Hello ladies and gentlemen of StarCraft Nation, Zoe here from the Starcraftsquad, and my graphics are set to really low, so I'm going to change that real quick. There we go, much better. Spawning in the bottom right as the green Terran is EmpireKas. And his opponent in the bottom left is the red Terran, mouzThorZaIN. Got a best of 3 going on right now, or I think it's best of 3. And it's just the games I have. Might have just been a lot of games on ladder, we'll have to see. So, income tab shows 8-8, very standard game. So, mouzThorZaIN, guys, everyone knows ThorZaIN. Made his name big by winning the TSL 3. Before that, I remember when ThorZaIN actually won his TSL qualifier. I think it was on Say the Game that In Control goes, this guy, who is he? He's a nobody, he's going to get eliminated quick. Guy ends up winning TSL 3 and is one of the most feared Terran in all of StarCraft 2 right now. Even Koreans fear him, they call him the Spoon Terran. So, guys, everyone knows ThorZaIN. I believe he's from Sweden. He's in one of those Sweden beasts that everyone talks about. His opponent in the bottom right, of course, is EmpireKas. Empire's actually been doing really well lately, you know, in team links and whatnot. Kas, you know, he's one of the more well-known players from Empire, but he's still, you know, he's not one of those players that goes, oh, I can't wait to see Kas play. He's just one of those players. Yeah, I like how he plays though. He's a ladder guy. He's very ladder orientated. That's how he got big, is just by laddering. He's a very conservative play style. He plays to survive, safe style, long macro games, and I really like his style. Which is why I think him versus ThorZaIN is going to be a great play, because this is ThorZaIN, the Spoon Terran, who just if you guys don't understand what that means, it's called killing someone with a spoon. Can you imagine doing that? It would take a long time. People call him the Spoon Terran. He just slowly spoons you to death. Just slowly tries to kill you with a spoon. So income tab shows 15 to 15. Barracks are both done. Orbitals are both done. Nothing really deviating in the plan here. Neither player have gas. So like I said, macro game, more than likely we're going to be seeing command centers going down very, very quickly. Kas has not even decided to scout yet. We do have ThorZaIN scout, who is moving across the map right now. Fairly standard. And then we have both players expanding, and they're both taking that inside expansion. This map is, of course, extremely well known for that. I mean, you got this quick, easy to defend second base. I mean, it doesn't have very many mineral packs, only has 1 gas, but you can get that really, really quickly. Kas going for another Marine here. And we have Kas actually scouting with his, so he's probably going to intercept this SCV right here, delay the scouting of ThorZaIN for a little bit longer, maybe get a kill. ThorZaIN, on the other hand, is not getting a gas or another Marine. He's actually getting double gas right now. Actually no gases yet for Kas, so he's going for a bio build. We already have the second barracks on the way, and probably going to be seeing a very heavy mech style, maybe even Banshees from ThorZaIN. And like Artisa says, and even in my experience, I used to be a heavy bio Terran, guys. You guys seen me in my replays from TVT. I like using Ghosts, I like using Marauders, I like using Marines and drops. I'm a very bio heavy guy. But bio is starting to become, you know, useless. Mech is so much better. Even at my level, where, you know, I'm not the best player out there. I'm actually pretty bad compared to someone like Idra or ThorZaIN or Kas. But even at my level, a high Master League level, doing mech versus bio, mech's still really good, even though there's mistakes on my end. Now, if I get, like, one big mistake from mech can cost you the game, as opposed to one big mistake from bio won't. But if you just know what you're doing, I mean, it's not that bad. So, we have a third base being taken by Kas. 2 factories going down for ThorZaIN. So, he is going that heavy mech style I was expecting. Now, I'm curious as to whether Kas is going to go Marine Tank or just bio. We really don't know yet. He still hasn't... Okay, he's taking the gas to his second base. Still no gas in his main. He's taking this third base. So this guy's going a heavy macro style. It's all be quick upgrades. Now, first factory is done here for ThorZaIN. What kind of tech are we getting onto it? We are getting that tech lab. Second factory is almost done. No gas being mined up here yet. We have a little bit of a Marine poking up here from Kas, getting obliterated immediately by ThorZaIN's 4 Marines. We do have a bunch of Marines here for Kas. Tech lab is just now finishing right there. Still no type of upgrades yet. We are getting a factory for Kas, so he will be getting a starport eventually. Third base is almost finished for him. We have blue flame on the way here for ThorZaIN. We also have a starport going down, so we get some blue flame drops. Nice little transition there. And this base is perfect for ThorZaIN to drop. I mean, he goes right into this little natural. So that's a little bit of advantage for him. That natural's exactly facing towards ThorZaIN's base. So that's going to be very, very drop heavy spot right there. Stim is being researched. Nothing's being done on this factory yet. Still no tech lab. We are getting a starport, so we're probably just going to be seeing a heavy marine drop play from Kas. We are transferring that third base very soon. We have a bunch of marines here moving out for ThorZaIN. Probably just control his own log of tower. Maybe do a little poke at the front. Keep his attention on the front while he does this little drop. We have 2 Hellions already finished. About to have 4. Reactor going down on the starport. Or the barracks, excuse me. Where's the starport for this guy, ThorZaIN? I don't see it. This upsets me. Oh, it's right in front of my eyes the entire time. I'm just a fool. So drops moving out across the map here for ThorZaIN. He's throwing down his third base as well. And we have this big force from Kas pushing out to intercept this big force from ThorZaIN, but we have no units here. We actually do have turrets in position, so ThorZaIN is going to have a little bit of trouble breaching this. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get through, and Kas sees that. He's immediately bringing his marines back home. I don't think ThorZaIN can slip by without taking a couple shots here. That's not good. If he dies, that's a huge loss there. So he doesn't die. He is going to get the drop. Kas still hasn't seen it on his minimap. He's not reacting. Hellions being dropped. All these SCV's lives are going to be forfeited. Marines moving forward here. Still no stim yet. Lots of mules going down here. There was a lot of mules right there. Doesn't look like Kas is going to be able to get out of there. Trying to micro as best as possible. Doing a couple little blasts there. Actually doing a really good job. ThorZaIN's killing a lot of marines here. And that was actually an extremely impressive micro there from ThorZaIN. Kas not really doing the best he could. Income tab, guys, 34 to 41. If we look at the kills, we had 10 harvesters killed there for ThorZaIN. Nice little play there from the Hellions. And now he's got a food supply lead. It's 72 to 56. ThorZaIN doing really well there. Now we do have the tech lab going down on the factories. We are starting to get siege tanks. We are going to meet marine tank. Vikings are into play here. We're still controlling this Zelnaga tower. Third base is almost finished here for ThorZaIN, making an orbital before it moves it out. 2 more factories going down. We're producing some Vikings here. Of course, you need that air support for the siege tanks. Income tab shows. Ooh, getting text 43 to 43. Siege tanks on the way. No armory yet for ThorZaIN, so he's not really pumping out any upgrades. Soon we'll get that soon. Expansion just not finishing. Will he be transferring? We have this little small bioforce here, which really this isn't that scary when you look at it. I mean, this is just a couple Marines, some Vikings, no tanks yet. So compared to this force, I mean, ThorZaIN's got a more impressive force. This Blue Flame is going to eat alive those Marines. No combat shield yet, no upgrades yet. He does have stim, but no +1/+1. ThorZaIN's army is just a little bit stronger right now. Income tab shows, guys, 52 to 47. Double gas being taken by ThorZaIN. ThorZaIN doing a good job of spreading out his marines here to kill off this marine here. Almost loses that one. Force is moving forward. We don't have this much of a force here for Kas. I mean, they're both even food count, but I mean these Hellions are going to counter the marines so hard. We do have more Vikings here for Kas though, and looks like we're mounting up for a drop here. Going to go straight, fly over here, avoid these turrets into the third or the natural again for Kas. He's going to be able to get a lot of kills. These units are so far away. Here comes the Vikings. He needs to get that medevac out of there, try and save it. SCVs being pulled, lined up in the corner. Marines have been stimmed. Only 2, though. Need to be very careful. ThorZaIN's going to lose these Hellions, of course. You just need to get as many kills as possible. Killing a mule there. Trying to get a good lineup on these Marines. Only 1 goes down, but he did get enough SCVs for it to do a serious amount of damage. 9 more SCVs have been killed. Income tab, guys, 51 to 52. So Kas, though, he's had this third base a lot longer, so he's able to keep up on this on his harvester count. Now he's putting a turret here. That doesn't make mistake. Doesn't happen. I mean, I love the turret rings going on. ThorZaIN's not going to be able to drop from this way anymore. Siege tanks have been in place for ThorZaIN. We don't have as big as a Viking count, though. I mean, we do have quite a few more Vikings here for Kas, which can be a big problem. And we have ThorZaIN taking his 4th base, which is good. Very, very good for ThorZaIN. +1 weapons is on the way for Kas. Still no armory upgrades for ThorZaIN. Doesn't have the armory yet. Okay, there he goes. There he goes. You're getting the +1 vehicle weapons now. Income tab shows 56 to 52. These tanks are in vision of this siege tank, though. Needs to be very careful. And this tank is going to fall, but it does get 1 kill and do some splash damage. Viking count is even right now, but ThorZaIN actually coming in with a bunch of reinforcements here. So the air is ruled by ThorZaIN. We need to be careful. These Marines have to stem forward. If he gets too close, though, he's going to get hit by these siege tanks. Great position from ThorZaIN. Oh, but good splash, good scan there from Kas, killing off these siege tanks from ThorZaIN. This one's very low health. Food count's 126 to 127. Unit tab, guys. ThorZaIN has 7 tanks, 2 Kasses, 4, 32 Marines to 5, and 12 Hellions. Looks like we're starting to take out this little rock here with our siege tanks here. 4th base is being secured by ThorZaIN, almost up and ready. 4th base is just now being built by Kas, sniping that SCV, building the command center. So those Hellions actually paid way more for themselves delaying this expansion for quite a while. This SCV has to walk all the way over to rebuild. 2 more Hellions right here. ThorZaIN killing off a Marine. That Marine dying for the sacrifice of killing 1 Hellion. A bunch of Hellions up here. We have plenty of air here for ThorZaIN, which is a great thing coming out of nowhere. 3 Vikings here. And the Viking count's going to be huge right now, guys. Marine tank versus tank Hellion. Viking count's pretty much going to control the battle, because if ThorZaIN can keep the Viking count, that means we can't drop on top of ThorZaIN's army. And we have this great spread right here from ThorZaIN. Vikings flying over. Marines being pushed forward. Siege tanks going down. Need to be very careful. Here comes another engagement here, but ThorZaIN again having the bigger Viking count, able to clean this up, and now he controls the air. ThorZaIN being a little ballsy though, needs to be very careful. Let's not get hit by those Marines. Stem forward. Will they get Vikings? Yes, 2 fall, 3 fall. ThorZaIN throwing away a lot of Vikings there. That was a huge blunder on his part. He could have kept up a lot more live than that. That was just a big mistake here. Hellions running into the main though for ThorZaIN, and they're getting caught on SCVs here, and they're going to get surrounded and killed, and they're not going to kill as many SCVs as they normally could have. They could have done so much better if ThorZaIN was paying attention, not getting caught, but they're still microing them really well, getting a lot more kills than you would expect. Wow, this Hellion is actually a hero. 51 Harvester kills for ThorZaIN. He did a lot better there than expected. Income tab, guys, 41 to 52. Even though all these SCVs keep getting killed by Hellion run-bys, the food count, the income tab is... Kas is doing a great job being kept up, but now ThorZaIN's going to fly ahead. His 4th base has been secured for a lot longer than Kas's. These Vikings, ThorZaIN just being very, very silly with them. He's losing a lot of them needlessly. He's picking off and keeping the Viking count low for ThorZaIN or for Kas, but he's losing his own Vikings carelessly. Huge push coming up here though through the rocks. ThorZaIN's got so many tanks, so many Hellions here, and all of these units do fall. And this is the last force here for Kas. He's going to push forward. He has to do some damage with this push. 195 or 95 food to 125. Kas is just pushing forward. This is his last-ditch effort. We do have another push here coming from ThorZaIN. It's going to be a base race situation. What will Kas do? Will he fall back, or will ThorZaIN just push forward and try and end the game? He does have this contain here right now. We do have siege tanks on the high ground up here. Needs to be very careful of that. Kas pushing forward with his last unit. Siege tanks in siege mode, though, doing a lot of damage to this Marine. We're down to 3 tanks here for this last push. I'm going to try and do a little flank here. Cut off reinforcements or something. That's all Kas needs to do is survive. Income tab, guys, 40 to 53. 5 more factories being built by ThorZaIN. Last of these tanks do die for Kas, and Kas is in a very scary situation right now. This is all he has. ThorZaIN is contained right now, is enough to hold this off. This doesn't count what he has back home. All these factories, a 5th base being taken. There's the GG from Kas, and he does end up losing. Has he left the game yet, though? No. There he goes. ThorZaIN GG's, and we're going on to Game 2 of EmpireKas versus mouzThorZaIN. So, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Starcraftsquad. And yeah, thanks for watching.